What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Scott with at Gray Ghost Golf here, and we got my man AJ with at Dad is Golfing. He went to a good tournament this weekend, but we are back with this is episode 9. Hard to
Episode
believe.
9, buddy. Episode 9.
Someday we might have a better name for this podcast, but for right now, we're just gonna keep it at ours. But anyways, we
Yeah.
appreciate the support. But we got a little bit of content for you this week. But we got the
Yep.
Wyndham that you went to. I was able to go to a nice resort in Virginia. Didn't get to play, but took some good pictures and had some good food. And then what you're playing Jamestown this weekend, and
Jamestown Park. Yep. You can
you
play
got the
Sunday morning.
FedEx Cup coming up. So,
Yeah.
anyways, man, why don't you start off with your experience at the Wyndham and
Yeah. So Wyndham
like
Championship this week over at Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro. I unfortunately have not played there yet, and I would love to get out there, sometime. But Donald Ross course, built in the 1920s. So we had a huge hurricane that came through North Carolina. So
yeah,
it pretty much it did. It wiped out the entire day on Thursday. So nobody played any golf on Thursday. And they were able to, for the most part, get the entire tournament done by Sunday, which is really a credit to that crew and to those groundskeepers and stuff like that. So we went out on Saturday. Alex and I went out, and we got there early, and we followed a couple groups and had a couple transfusions to start off the day. You can't beat those.
and beat it in that tent right as you enter.
Yep. So followed a couple groups off 10. Last year we walked the front 9, and then we had lunch, and then we went and played golf. This year we were gonna play, but it was so wet. Every place was just absolutely soaked from getting 5-6 inches of rain on Thursday that we just decided not to play. And went to Max Speed Shop, which is
Oh
it's a
yeah, that's a
barbecue
good place.
place,
Yep.
really good place. So we went there for lunch instead. Had a good time with it. But at the Wyndham, let's talk about the Wyndham a little bit. And we're gonna show a video here.
Yep.
This is Charlie Hoffman. This is on the 10th hole.
Yep.
This is his first hole of the day, and he hit a good drive in the middle of the fairway. It was lift clean in place, so they were able to clean it, find an area, and that's why kind of the course took a little while. But
Here we go. Here it is right
so
here.
this is Charlie Hoffman. He's behind the green. He's right behind the green. The pin you'll see here is maybe about 20 30 feet in front of him, and he hits a really good chip shot. I mean,
Yeah,
pitches it up, lands it in the rough,
right. Which
and
is
watch what
crazy.
happens.
Here we go.
So lands it right there in the rough.
That's crazy.
And you hear commentary from myself and Alex, and it just kept, like, we were like, this is ridiculous. It just kept going and going and going. Goes all the way down to the bottom of the hill, and here you see Alex, which is hilarious, because even for the best in the world, they make those mistakes too. And there's Charlie. He's just like, what are you gonna do, I guess? And he actually really played well. And here's Alex's head that pops in, and then he goes,
We
he's
all
done
have to
that.
do that.
Yes, we know. We've all done that. We all have now. I mean, it was a great video that I was able to shoot, and I'm really excited about it. It's got some great views on TikTok, almost 30,000 views right now. So if you I also have it up on YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. So hit the subscribe button. And we got a whole bunch of
Check it
content
out.
like that out there. Have another one where Ryan Moore almost chips it in. We were watching on the 10th hole also.
Oh, that one.
But just it was a great tournament. It was really really wet out there, and the rough was some thick stuff, man. I mean, it was guys were getting in the rough, and you weren't able. It was really difficult to advance it. And one thing that I noticed, we played it at Grand
Oh,
at
Brian Park.
Bryant Park a couple weeks ago, and the rough was very thick there because it got a lot of rain. And one of the mistakes I was making at the time was I was taking a lower lofted club. So I was hitting a 5 or a 6 iron at trying to get it out of this rough where I could get to the back of the ball, but I was trying to just almost like just cozy it out of there. And you
Hmm.
can't do it out of the rough. You got to take a lower lofted club, and you really got or a higher, I'm sorry, a higher lofted club, and you got to swing that sucker. And you got to cut it through that grass, because as soon as that grass grabs that club face, it turns it all over the place.
So you're
And I was watching the
talking
pros
like
do that.
a 9, 7, 8, 9, or
7, 8, 9 iron, and just hack at it and just go to
hmm.
town on it. So watching the pros do it, they were doing that a lot more. They were taking higher lofted clubs and they were just hacking at it and just trying to get it up there. There was a par five we watched actually, Charlie Hoffman, a little later down, I think it was on 15, where he was in the left rough, and you could see the ball, you could see the top of the ball, and I think I want to say he had about 215, 210 into the green going up the hill, so maybe a little more with the slope. And he took a pitch up like a 9 iron and just hacked it out of there, hacked it up, chipped it up, and was able to birdie it. So really good lesson for me to watch, because I was able to say, man, don't try to hit that hero shot. If you don't have a good lie in the
Play
fairway,
smart.
good lie in the rough, if it's thin rough, you can go at it. But honestly, it's like, take your medicine, chip it out there back into play, and then chip it, on a par five, pitch it up onto the green, give yourself a birdie opportunity. So really good lessons. Now I just got to relate that to the golf course, because I think I can get
That's
it
the key,
anywhere. So
especially you beginners if you're watching this.
yeah, beginners, if you're watching it, take your medicine and keep the course in front of you, is I guess the way you want to say it. You don't want to be left and right and all over the place. Keep everything in front of you. So chip out to the fairway, then attack when you're able to attack with the shorter wedges and shorter irons. So, but greens were super fast, even for all the rain we got. So the greenskeepers did a great job, and it's a beautiful course. They do a great
Oh yeah.
job with it. It's a nice course to walk around with too, because there's not too many people out there, so we're able to see a lot of groups. And it was just a really good day. I had a lot of fun with it, and this is a second year Alex and I've gone. Yeah, I know you went
Yeah,
last year, and
I went last year. Yep. Didn't
yeah,
make it this year. My wife and I were up in Charlottesville area and dodging the storm a little bit up there, but we had a good time up there. And
yep, yeah, it's awesome.
yep. Yep. And
So,
speaking of that, we got to stop by a pretty awesome place
yeah,
on
talk
the
about
way
that a
back.
little bit, buddy. Talk
Oh
about that.
man. Yeah, so one of her coworkers had recommended this place called Keswick Hall. It's a resort, got tennis, pickleball, swimming, all kinds of stuff. Man, this place was immaculate. And we were like, okay, it's about a little after five, around 5, 6 o'clock, about to head back to North Carolina. And this is a little outside of Charlottesville, not by too much. But man, this place was awesome. From the service, we just got an appetizer and dessert at one of the restaurants,
Mhm.
Marigolds there, which I highly recommend if you're in the area and just want to go eat. And they actually gave us a tour, so we stopped in. We didn't know if we could just go walk around the resort or anything, and didn't want to get in trouble or anything. So we asked, one of the front desk persons, super nice, and had one of the concierge give us a tour, and we actually got a tour of the owner's suite, which was crazy.
Mm, mm.
It was looking right out on the golf course, and
What was it, like
there's
1,600 square feet or something, you
oh
said?
yeah, 1,600 square foot
Crazy.
room. It was crazy. It was awesome. It was obviously like better than a super nice apartment, um, but yeah, man, I highly recommend. Would love to go back up there and spend a weekend or something playing golf or relaxing and stuff. But anyways, check out. There's put some content up on the channel on this on Instagram and YouTube.
Hmm.
But I'll show you a little bit, a few pictures of the resort from the web page. But go ahead and share my screen here again. But yeah, here's the website for it.
Crazy. It's awesome. Look at
Oh
that
yeah,
roof.
it's awesome. So I'm not sure what holes these are. This is kind of looking out if
That's a
you're
birdie hole. That's a birdie hole is the way I
that's
look
right.
at it right there.
That's right. Birdie hole. But the resort is kind of where this picture's taken from. The one side of it, and then it kind of is like a C or an L shape, has an
Wraps
infinity
around.
pool. Yeah. Yeah, kind of wrap around, looks all out onto the course, but the pool looks out on the course, infinity pool. Got a little bar there too. They've got a spa on site. And then the
Is it
name of
called the Full Cry Golf Course?
yeah, I'm sure a lot of
That's
people cry out
that's
there because
yeah, I was about to
it's
say, you got probably a lot of people full crying out there.
right, right. Pete Dye, as we know, has made a bunch of
Yep.
good courses, designed a bunch of good courses. But here's the
Look at that. I
resort
mean,
right
that's
here. There's the
amazing.
infinity
That's
pool. So
amazing.
that picture is probably taken over here somewhere in the left side, the owner's
Sure.
suite.
Look
If
at that.
Yeah, I'll show you. So the driving range is right here on the right. The restaurant that we ate at is right here that you can see where my mouse is.
Hmm.
That was kind of the patio we are sitting on covered. And then over here to the left, one of these rooms is like the owner's suite over here somewhere. And then you check in over here and you can walk out and take some pictures here. But there's the infinity pool. It's
Dude, what are we waiting for?
Oh yeah, the spa's kind of behind that big building, and then we didn't even get to see the rest of the resort. I think there's other stuff you can do outside, probably horseback riding and other stuff.
Sure.
But the course looked immaculate. It goes off to over here out in the woods a little bit too.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely want to go back. Highly recommend. But
How long was the drive to get up to Charlottesville?
it's easy. It's actually if from us, it
Yeah.
is closer than going to Asheville. Believe it or not, it was only like a
Really?
little over 3 hours. So
Yeah. So
kind of
we
go up
have.
29 through Danville and then
Mhm.
kind of through Lynchburg and stuff like that. So
We have we're in a really great spot here. We have a lot of different courses that you can play
right,
in the North Carolina area. You've got the mountains that are you go up to Charlottesville, you can go to Obo. We played Obo. We'll be playing Obo in the fall, I think, sometime. So we'll take some video of that one. You have Charlotte area that's got a lot of nice places to play. Pinehurst is an hour and 10 minutes away from us, hour and 15 minutes away from us. And then you got Myrtle Beach,
right.
3.5 hour drive, 4 hour drive. So you really have just a wide range of resorts and golf courses that you're able to play in this area. So we're very fortunate to be living in
Oh
this
yeah.
area. We're able to see these different
And
places.
if you like to go that whole area, Charlottesville area was nice. We probably liked Asheville a little bit better, but still recommend going up there if you haven't been up there. But some good restaurants, but ton of like breweries and wineries all over the place there. It
Yeah,
was
sounds
amazing how
good.
many there were. A lot more of the drier side, so if you like that kind of stuff, recommend going. But beautiful scenery too. But anyways, that was cool to stop by before we came home. Got
Yeah, good trip.
golf
No, it
content.
sounds like you had a good trip,
Yep.
and glad everybody got in safe and everything like that. And no, it's great to hear. Um, just want to give a shout out. We talked last week about one of our friends who went under the knife a little bit last week,
Yep.
and we're wishing him the best wishes. And
Yep.
sounds like he's doing better, which is great. But we wanted to, we know who are. We don't want to throw your name out there and everything like that. But we are sending you prayers and everything
Continue
like that.
prayers his way. He needs them. But yeah, keep praying that he improves. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, why don't you talk about what you got Jamestown this weekend or
Jamestown Park. So Jamestown Park Golf Course is in Jamestown, North Carolina. Um kind of just I want to say it's just south of High Point, if I'm not mistaken. Very close to Grandover and Ocala, which I won't be playing anymore for reasons. We'll talk about that a different day. But Jamestown Park, public golf course here, established in 1974 by John Townsend. No, I'm not familiar. If you
and
set any other courses and everything, but let's talk about the logistics here and all the stats here of the course. I had it here a minute ago. Where'd it go? Let's see.
yeah, I mean obviously I played it with you a couple
You
times.
played over there. There you go.
Not a bad layout. They redid the
No,
clubhouse several years ago. Actually, pretty nice
clubhouse is nice.
clubhouse
Yeah.
too.
So
Yeah.
so from the tips, from the blues, from the tips, the yardage is 6,700 yards, 72.4 rating and a 129 slope. For the whites, you're looking at 6153 and a rating of 70.0 for the men and 123 from for the slope. So not a hard course, doesn't rate very hard. There's only I think two holes with water on it, if I'm not mistaken. No,
Right. One of them is kind
no,
of at the end of a green.
yeah. Well, two
You-
two on the back nine, three on the front, but I don't think water really comes into
it's
play.
not really in the
Not
middle of the
really in
hole. It's
play.
more
Yeah,
like
no,
yeah,
it's
at
not
the
really in play. So excited. I haven't played 18 there in years. I usually only play nine and walk nine with Alex and stuff like that. So he's really excited because he plays in a tournament in a league for his work. So they came in second place in the league. They have a whole bracket and everything like that. So they got a bye week the first week. So that's their place that they play at. So he's got 9 holes to play. So he's going to play with us, and then one of his bosses and guy who runs the league is going to be playing with us also. So we got a 7:40 tee time, so it's an early tee time. I've got softball tryouts again here and softball evaluation starting this weekend. I can't believe fall ball's starting already. So I'll
Speaking
be
of
doing
that,
that.
not to get off golf real quick, but did you see the team that won the softball Little League World Series?
Yeah, the one in Pittsburgh, we played them.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
North. Yeah,
yeah, we
44. They outscored everybody 44 to nothing.
yeah, we played the 11U team in our 11U All Stars, and it did not end very well for us. So
Yeah, I don't know if they
um,
were from Pittsburgh or not, but whatever
they
team.
were, yeah, they were down in the ECU area. So
Crazy.
But they're pretty stinking good, and their 12U team is really really good.
Yeah.
So we're in all that going, and our team's got a long way to go, but we're trying, we're working hard. So, but excited about playing Jamestown. Like I said, haven't played there. Usually they have the greens pretty fast there. They put those new greens in, and they
Mhm.
keep them pretty quick. But I wonder if the rain's gonna.
Not a flat course either.
No, it's not. It's not. It got a little bit of undulation in it, and I think one thing that I remember a lot about the course is you have a lot of side hill lies.
Yes.
Fairways are run down to the right,
Green.
run down to the left, so you've got a lot of side hill lies. So I'm gonna have to be patient out there and just kind of attack when I can. Like I said, not a hard course, so I think I've played pretty well out there. The one time, I think you and I we walked 9 out there that one time where I don't remember when I met you out there, and I think I shot like 37 or 38. I had a pretty good back nine when you and I played. So
Yep.
hopefully we'll be able to kind of do that. I'm kind of still disappointed with my round I played over at Bryant Park, but let's see if we can get back on the train here. Back working out, so getting back in golf fitness shape. I want to,
Yeah, I actually did a run today, believe it or not.
nice. Yeah, I've been jumping on the elliptical, getting some lifting in and stuff like that. But I was mowing the lawn today, and I'm looking at my backyard, and my backyard's kind of got two tiers. So you got my house sitting up on one, and then it goes down to a lower
Mhm.
tier area that's got some woods and some native area and stuff like that. And a couple of the trees are dying, so I'm gonna take some trees down. So I'm thinking, Scott,
When you
I'm
build
thinking
your
about
putting green,
well, no, a putting green out there, but I'm also thinking about putting a 60-yard chip shot, pitch
there you
shot
go.
down to that area. So
I need to
um,
come over and practice then.
yeah, I know, but I'm looking at my handicap. I was looking at it last night and everything like that. I'm at a 7.2 right now. And I really, really, really want to get down to a scratch golf. I want to be a scratch golfer. So I'm going to start putting a lot of work in, be sending a lot of videos out of, working out things to improve, just game improvement stuff. I want to get my golf net set up here, and actually do like a ball test, like a golf ball test of what ball is going to fit my game the best. Gives me the longest distance, gives me the least amount of spin with my driver, and the most amount of spin with my wedges and irons. So I'm going to be, that'll be coming in the fall here. I'm going to be doing this big testing and trying to see if we can, make some strokes up here and there.
I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm still gonna beat you one of these
Nope.
days. But
Yeah, well, you got to play, man. You got to play to beat me. That's the thing.
put in the comments when you think I'll beat him. Uh,
Yeah.
anyways, so yeah, let's get into you got the FedEx Cup coming up, kind of leading into
FedEx Cup.
content
Yep.
we'll have next week. We'll be able to give some feedback of the after the FedEx Cup gets started. But yeah, you got the FedEx Cup what starting this weekend or
Starting this weekend, I'm going to pull up some of the stuff here on my iPad and see where they're playing. I know they're playing in Colorado, and I don't know the course. I'm going to pull up the course because usually they do this. This is the St. Jude's Classic, and they
yeah.
usually do it in Memphis, but it's not going to be there this year. So
I'm actually trying to pull it up too. I can share the screen if you need to.
Aaron Jones just hit his 300th home run. Good for him.
Nice.
Guy's a monster. He's a good player. Wish
Yeah.
I had him on a fantasy team this year. I had him 2 years ago when he had a good year. Okay, here we go. Golf. All right. So obviously Scotty Scheffler is going to be he's doing pretty good right now.
You want me to pull up the page?
Yeah, you can pull up a page. I'm going to pull up the so here we go. So
All right, I got it here. So we got yeah, obviously Scotty's one, Xander's two, Rory's three. Look at that. Collins up there. Where does it
oh
have?
no, it looks like they are playing in Memphis. I thought they were in Colorado for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks like it's TPC Southwind out in Memphis, Tennessee. St. Jude's
TPC's
Classic. So
always good courses.
yeah. So yeah, TPC Southland. So
What
yeah,
else?
no, that's a great course. A lot of water on that course, if I remember watching that from last year. Won by Lucas Glover. He went back to back. Won the Wyndham over here in Greensboro, and then went back to back. So TPC Southland. Yep,
There it is.
or Southwind. Southwind. There it is.
So
Yep.
here's where they're playing. So
Yeah, pretty cool little course right there. I remember you can see there's a good amount of water out there. We played that TPC down in Tampa. That was pretty special. We
that
enjoyed
was
that, didn't we?
that was awesome. I'd play it again.
Yeah, I would definitely do
I'll
it
make
again
sure my
too.
game is more on next time.
Yep. So,
Or we're not as
um,
hungover.
Yeah, that was the other thing. We had a few to drink that night before, but Alex and I are we've been talking. We gotta meet with you. We're gonna have to get our villages trip itinerary together. And now that we found out that we can do a couple other things. All right. So August 22nd through the 25th is the BMW Classic. That's the one that's out in Colorado, Castle Rock. So it's the next week's that's out there. BMW's
So
out.
yeah, so anyways, next week we'll give some feedback on how this weekend's tournament went and see where the standings are and
Mhm.
uh see how they finish out this season in the playoffs and
You
everything.
only got 70 players playing in this, so you had to
Yep.
get in the top 70. So a lot of guys missed
That's
out
where they
on
have the Wyndham because it's one of the last tournament
and
for
that and
money
it's
to
really
qualify.
cool because you got a lot of people like last year we saw Justin Thomas play, Jordan Spieth was there this year and
Yep.
everything. So you're seeing some other guys, some higher names get profile names get out there. So but no, it's going to be an interesting weekend. I wonder what the weather. Usually the weather's pretty hot out there, but I think it's supposed to be pretty mild. It's supposed to be in the low 80s, so that's good. Hopefully they don't have too much rain. They're able to get this
Yeah.
tournament going. But 70 players, then I think they go down to 50 for the BMW, and then down to 30 for the Tour Championship over at East Lake in Atlanta. So
Nice.
then we'll be talking golf and then really probably talking football a little
Well,
bit more.
yeah, football,
Um,
fall golf, and we got to
yeah.
be getting our virtual golfing in too at some point when the
Yes, we will definitely be doing that. That'll be happening. So
conference
but
for
no.
that.
But I don't think we really got anything else, right? I think that's
Nope.
about it.
We appreciate y'all joining us. Appreciate the support. If you like the content, hit that subscribe
Hit that
button.
subscribe
Or-
button. We both want it. Dad is golfing. Gray Ghost Golf.
Yep. We appreciate everybody. Have a good rest of the week. If you're playing, hit them straight. But the most important thing is have fun and it beats working.
There you go. Talk to you guys soon.